Hi, I'm Steve Dalton, Program Director for Daytime Career Services at Duke's Fuqua School of Business and the author of the 2-Hour Job Search. I'm here today to discuss the importance of tracking job search outreach. There are three main questions we're going to cover today. First, why is tracking job search outreach important? Second, what's the best way to track job search outreach? And third, where's the best place to track job search outreach? Why is tracking job search outreach so important? Well, outreach leads to informational meetings, which leads to internal referrals, which leads to your best chance at getting an interview. To maximize your chance at getting an interview, you have to ensure that every link of that chain is successful. The first link of that chain relies upon following up on unresponsive contacts, as well as knowing when to give up on a contact to pursue someone else in parallel. This amount of outreach can get pretty overwhelming pretty quickly. So that's why our next question is going to be, what's the best way to track all of this outreach? I recommend a technique called the 3B7 routine. 3B7 simplifies your outreach to one simple rule. Anytime you email somebody for the first time, you set 2 reminders on them, one for 3 business days later and one for 7 business days later. The 3 business day reminder is a signal to try somebody else if you have not yet heard from that contact. This gives you a second chance to quickly develop an advocate within that organization, because the likelihood of getting a response after the 3rd business day is quite low. The 7B reminder gives you a second chance to build a relationship with an unresponsive contact, while also differentiating you from job seekers who may reach out once, but don't follow up if they don't get a response. Now, where's the best place to track outreach? You may be tempted to rely upon your memory or Excel, but the best place is actually a calendar, like Google Calendar or Microsoft Outlook. The reason your memory is a bad place to track outreach is because it's neurochemically impaired. Job searches are stressful, and stress produces cortisol in the brain. Cortisol, unfortunately, makes you forgetful. You may combat this stress and forgetfulness with caffeine, but caffeine also produces cortisol in the brain, worsening the problem. It's critical you export your memory function to something that doesn't make mistakes, namely a computer. Excel is also a bad option because it's terrible at handling dates. It's a reactive tool rather than a proactive tool. It's better at highlighting what you forgot to do yesterday instead of teeing up what you're supposed to do today. I recommend entering your 3B and 7B reminders directly into your calendar as 7 a.m. appointments. This gives you all day to take action, and calendar notifications are much harder to miss or ignore than email notifications are. So in closing, the 3B7 routine maximizes your effectiveness in the outreach phase of this process while simultaneously minimizing your stress. Thank you very much.